I'm actually a software developer by trade. That's what I was. Sold a software company is really how it started. Once we did that, I took about a week off, told my brothers to quit their jobs, and we were going to do a high-end home theater company. That was around 2007, 2008. For those that know history, that is not the right time to have done that. So we started this company. We did well. We won some awards. It was cool, but nobody built houses. Obviously, we're burning through cash. And someone brought up to me, hey, you should invest in real estate. So, you get out there, you meet people. They're like, this would be a great thing for you to do. And that's what I did. So I started out as what's called a straw man, right? Someone that couldn't afford the down payment. I was just their cash. I was told, I didn't know anything at this point, right? I'm just told, you just got to put the money. You don't even have to see the property. You never have to meet her. Everything will be fine. I think we all know how this one probably ends. She ends up going to jail for fraud. I end up with a home I never intended to have. And that was my first investment. So with that start, how can you not fall in love with it, right? So, but I did. I had the bug. From there, we started buying duplexes because now we're full into the recession. So the property or the home theater company technically never went out of business. It was Trican at the time, Trican LLC. Now it's Trican Incorporated, but it's the same company. We just kept it going, and big pivot from high-end home theater to purchasing real estate. So we did everything the hard way. So you'll hear all these great people of mentors and all that. I'm not smart enough for that. I just dive in and see what you can learn. And that's what we did. We kept buying duplexes. Then we realized my brothers are both more in the construction side of thing. My oldest brother, general contractor. So they would repair them, get them ready. And then we're like, oh, now we have to manage them. Smart person would hire a property manager. I'm not being that guy. We just did it ourselves until we learned what we were doing. And over the years, again, acquisition, sort of to where we're at now. And once you learn those things and then reach out, join organizations, read books, right, and get the knowledge on top of it, managing for others as well. And so now we have this sort of split business where I'm still an active investor, but we have a full-blown management company as well.
Okay, very good. And so with your management company, what would be your main focus as far as the geography that you service and type of properties? What's your ideal client?
Yeah, I mean, our ideal client is investor-based. With that said, we, like all of us, we started in single families, and we still manage a lot of single family, where you have a strong market of what we still call accidental landlords, right? They're not as savvy on it and all that. I'm all for those people as long as they want it to be an investment and want to learn as an investment. I love teaching that level of new investors and being a part of it, helping them understand the long game. That's really come back a lot, right? The whole thing about real estate, right? There is no get rich quick. That's not what it was ever built for. Has a lot of amazing advantages, but that's not one of them, right? And accidental folks sometimes, right, don't want to pay that $300 bill. They just want to get paid cash out of it. No investment, works that way, including real estate. So I do love that. But when you get to larger and larger investors, we'll manage all the way up to apartment buildings. What I own now is apartment buildings. So again, we're kind of split in the fact that, things with full on-site staff is something we work in, all the way down to single families and bank-owned. You name it. I love a challenge. So I have this, that core part of me. You heard how I just jump into things. I still enjoy a bit of doing something unique, and we'll usually do that.
Yeah. And so what areas do you focus in?
Yeah, so we're based in St. Paul. I think most of us in the Twin Cities work throughout it, right? I'm a broker in both states. I actually live in Hudson, Wisconsin, so we work on both sides of the river, as it were. If it's a fully managed property, like a large apartment building, then our geography goes very wide. I mean, we have stuff from Wausau, Wisconsin to Rush City, Menominee, pretty big area. So really throughout the states. But if it's a single family, the core Twin Cities market.
Okay. And when you say fully managed, what does that really mean? Is there like a certain unit, or you need to have on-site staff?
At least one on-site staff.
Okay.
Right? I mean, look at it this way. I can't send a leasing agent to Wausau, Wisconsin to fill a vacancy, right? And I don't, the caretaker model's a tough one. So once you're up to at least one staff, you can really manage remotely, right? We can work as a regional manager model to a pretty wide area, but there's got to be at least someone there that we're managing.
Yeah. What would you say would be the unit count to really budget and afford at least one on-site staff member?
Yeah, and that it comes down to rent prices, right? So that, like anything, it's like, well, it depends, right? The answer of everything in real estate, it depends.
Yeah.
But for us, we have some 70 units that make sense. I'm looking at a 60-some unit in Iowa right now, but the rents are high enough, and because it is a Section 42 property, there is staff there, and if the numbers work, I don't mind traveling to Iowa once a month to visit with the staff. We work so much through video conferencing remotely. We use we're paperless from day one, so we've always been built for that environment. So again, as long as there's one and unit count, lowest I've seen that really works is 60 and above.
Want to hear more on this topic? Click the link below for the full episode of Maximizing Your Property Value.